Have you ever looked at your life and quietly thought, I should be further by now? Have you ever seen someone younger succeed and felt something sink inside your chest? Do you know what it feels like to wake up one morning and realize that time did not stop for you? Maybe you are 25 and already afraid. Maybe you are 35 and feel behind. Or maybe you are over 40 and the word too late follows you everywhere. If you have ever believed your best years are gone, if you have ever felt ashamed for starting late, this story is for you. Because once upon a time, there was a woman who believed her life was already over, even though it had not truly begun. Her name was Grace. Grace was 42 years old. She lived in a small town near the river, where mornings were quiet and evenings felt heavy. Now, she worked as an office assistant in a shipping company. Nothing terrible, nothing exciting. Every morning she rode the same bus, she sat in the same seat, she stared out the same window, and every evening she returned home tired, not from work, but from disappointment. When Grace was young, she dreamed differently. At 20, she wanted to become a teacher. She loved explaining things, she loved helping people understand, but life pushed her in another direction. Her father lost his job. Money became a problem. Dreams were placed on hold. Later, she told herself, I will do it later. But later never came. While others moved forward, Grace stayed still. While friends changed careers, she stayed safe. While time moved on, she waited. People in town called her responsible, reliable, practical. But inside, Grace felt empty. At night, she often sat by her window listening to the river flow, wondering when her life had passed her by. Every year, the same thought grew louder. I waited too long. At work, younger people were promoted. They asked her for help. Then, they became her managers. She smiled politely, but her chest tightened each time. One afternoon, she cleaned an old drawer at home. Inside, she found a notebook. On the first page, she had written years ago, things I want to become: teacher, mentor, guide. She closed the notebook quickly. Her hands shook. It's too late now, she whispered. That night, something inside her finally broke. It was her birthday, 42. Her sister called. Friends sent messages. But Grace sat alone in her kitchen, staring at the candle on a small cake. 42 years. She felt a deep pain rise inside her chest. Not anger, not sadness, regret. Tears rolled down her face, not soft tears, heavy ones. She cried for the life she never lived, for the courage she never found, for the dreams she buried quietly. The next morning, still exhausted, Grace went for a walk near the river. She sat on a bench, staring at the water. An old man sat beside her. He carried a small wooden box. You look like someone who is carrying many years, he said gently. Grace gave a weak smile. I think I waited too long, she replied. The man opened the box. Inside were 2 stones, one smooth, one rough. He placed them in her hand. The smooth stone is what life made you, he said. The rough one is what you never shaped. Grace looked confused. You still have hands, he continued, so you can still shape something. She did not fully understand, but the words stayed with her. That night, Grace could not sleep. She kept hearing the same question. What if the problem is not age, but fear? For the first time, she allowed herself to think differently. Not big dreams, not success, just one step. The next day, she searched online, teaching courses, evening classes. Her heart raced. She almost closed the page, but she didn't. 1 week later, she sat in a small classroom. She was the oldest person there. Her palms were wet, her stomach twisted. She felt foolish, but she stayed. The first weeks were hard. She forgot things. She made mistakes. She felt slow. Some nights she cried again. "I'm too old for this," she whispered. But she kept going. Days passed, then weeks, then months. She started waking earlier, reading more, practicing aloud. One evening, she helped a classmate understand a lesson. The girl smiled. "Oh," she said, "you explain things really well." Grace froze. Something warm spread through her chest. That feeling. She remembered it. It was the feeling she once dreamed of. 1 year later, Grace stood in front of a small group of students at a local center. Her voice trembled at first, then it steadied. She spoke clearly, calmly. For the first time in decades, she felt alive. Her life did not change overnight. She did not become famous. She did not become rich. But she changed. She walked differently. She breathed differently. The river outside her window sounded lighter now. People in town noticed. "You look happier," they said. Grace smiled. One evening, she opened the old notebook again. She crossed nothing out. She simply wrote beneath it, "I started." That was enough. She finally understood something simple and powerful. Life does not end when you delay. It ends when you stop believing you can begin. Dear friend, maybe you feel like Grace. Maybe your dream has been quiet for many years. You think you are late. You think you wasted time. But listen carefully. You are not starting from zero. You are starting from experience. Time will pass anyway. 5 years from now will arrive no matter what. The question is simple. Will you still be waiting, or will you be growing? Do not wait to feel ready. Ready does not come first. Action does. Start small. Start afraid, but start. Because the real tragedy is not failing late. The real tragedy is never trying at all. If this story touched your heart, please share it with someone who feels behind in life. Subscribe to Wisdom Square for more stories that help you grow through simple English and deep meaning. We will be here every week, and remember this: it is not too late. It never was. Begin now.